welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing well this evening. Welcome to the Virtual Science Club. My name is Jason Moody, and we'll get started here. I've got a few announcements. I know a lot of you have been to our meetings before, but we'll go through a few things here first. Really, the first thing is just tonight we're breaking out into breakout rooms. So for me to know which room to put you in, what I'd like you to do is rename yourself to which breakout room you want to go to. So while I'm talking, go ahead and get started with that. We have human sciences, natural sciences, physical sciences, or engineering and math. So for example, if I were to do it, I would say Jason Moody, human sciences. So go ahead and rename yourself so we can break you out to the correct room. All right, and then stick around because at the end of the meeting, we are, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the screen, but not showing up because of my background. But we are giving away a STEM kit at the end of tonight. It's a nanotechnology kit. It's got a lot of different experiments you can take home and do at your house. So if you have actually RSVP'd in advance to this meeting, you will be entered to win that, and we'll do that drawing here at the end. So pretty neat little thing tonight. Okay, so a little introduction. If you haven't been to the Virtual Science Club yet, I see a lot of familiar names, but if anybody's new this evening, we meet 2 times each month, and the first meeting each month we'll have a guest speaker come and talk about some sort of science topic, or maybe give some recommendations on what to do for your science project for the Southern Appalachian Science and Engineering Fair. But the second meeting each month is a breakout room session, which that's what you're in today. So we'll be breaking out to separate groups, smaller groups, to talk about your research projects. And keep in mind, we do have 2 upcoming meetings in February. So the next couple of Tuesdays we're going to meet is the 2nd of February and the 16th of February, 7 o'clock, same time at both those meetings. The first meeting, we'll talk about your quad chart, which is going to be required this year for your projects, and how to register. So we'll kind of walk you through that to make sure you've registered correctly online. And then on the 16th, we'll talk about your project presentation and how you're going to create a slideshow this year instead of doing a poster like you've done in past years. And then we'll break you out into separate groups like we're doing tonight to talk about those project presentations. All right, and just one quick note, the final project deadline is coming up pretty quickly here in just over a month. On February the 28th is when you'll need to get all your paperwork turned in to make sure you are eligible for the 2021 virtual SACEF. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, you can see that email at the bottom of my screen. It's prep@utk.edu. Let me know. I can help you walk through some of that stuff. But you can also go to our website, sacef.utk.edu. And one final thing I wanted to mention tonight is actually a separate event, so it's not SACEF, but the Tennessee Junior Science and Humanities Symposium. This event's happening in March 4th and 5th. It's also a research-based competition. It's only for high school students, so sorry middle school students that are here tonight, but only for high school students. What you can do, and I'll talk about this here at the end, but you can actually enter the same project you're doing for SACEF into this competition too. So it's not a ton of extra work, but it's another place for you to get experience, and you can actually win scholarships. So there's 2 ways to compete. You can do a poster presentation, kind of like SACEF, or you can actually do an oral presentation where you get up in front of a set of judges. But you will have to write a research paper for that, so just keep that in mind. Scholarship awards up to $2,000 you could win for your scholarships to use towards college. In addition, you can qualify to the National Junior Science and Humanities Symposium, which is another chance to present to your peers, to judges in the STEM fields, and win even larger scholarships. And the deadline to enter that competition is the end of January, the 29th. And you can find more information at jshs-tn.utk.edu. And again, if you have questions on that, please let me know. We'd love to have some of our SACEF students compete in this as well. All right, and now without further ado, I would like to introduce Fabrizio D'Aloisio, who is the Associate Vice Provost for Enrollment Management and Executive Director of Undergraduate Admissions at the University of Tennessee. So Fabrizio, take it away.
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. As Jason said, my name is Fabrizio D'Aloisio. I'm the AVP for Enrollment and the Executive Director of Undergraduate Admissions. For those high school juniors and seniors, remember Fabrizio D'Aloisio, because how to spell that will be on the next ACT test, I guarantee it. First of all, I want to commend all of the students that are part of this program, taking the time to be part of this in your evenings twice a month to learn about science, to be engaged, to exercise your mind. Is commendable. And for those teachers and other staff that are part of this program that have worked really, really hard to put together some wonderful programming, thank you on behalf of these students and behalf of society. I want to talk a little bit as I welcome you all this evening about just the importance of science. I think many would agree that science is really important to our society. But in light of COVID and everything that's happening, it's more evident today than it ever has been that science has a huge impact on our lives, and ultimately science will save the world. When we think of science and vaccines and ways to combat plague and different things around the world, when we look at water purification, you know, there's not enough water out there in the future to support our society. And so we're gonna have to find ways to purify water in order to keep people alive. Energy, and finding ways to have natural, clean energy for our society. And when you look at some very densely populated parts of the world, you know, they're in need of that. We all are, but especially as we think about countries like India and even cities in the United States where there's a high density of population. And then when we talk about clean, you know, we also talk about climate, right? And new approaches to combating climate change. Genetic engineering used to improve farming techniques and combat extreme weather conditions. All of these things happen because of scientists. If it were not for scientists, we would be grappling with these issues and likely not coming up with really strong solutions. So know that your interest in science today could be leading in the future to the improvement of our society. And I want to underscore, a lot of this work is happening here at the University of Tennessee and in conjunction with Oak Ridge National Lab. Oak Ridge National Lab is managed by the University of Tennessee. We have some of the most renowned scientists in the world at Oak Ridge and at UT. Many of you have probably heard Oak Ridge houses the Summit supercomputer, the second fastest supercomputer in the world. COVID research had been taking place on Summit, and Summit is able to process so many different algorithms and data so quickly that one of many reasons we're able to get to a vaccine as quickly as we have is largely thanks to the supercomputer technology and the ability to process all of that. But science by itself isn't going to solve problems. Science could only save the world if there are people like all of the folks on this Zoom this morning or this afternoon, students, teachers, and the organizations like SACIF and University of Tennessee providing these wonderful opportunities. So as you start working this evening and going into your breakout groups, I would recommend to those students that are on the Zoom, find your passion in science. Find something that you're really interested in. Lean in, continue to pursue studying that area of science. And while doing that, be happy with it, but also know that you're going to help make this world a better place. And I hope that you all consider making Tennessee part of that educational journey as you engage more in your research and in the field of science. So thank you so much. Have a great meeting this evening, and go Vols.
Go Vols. Thank you, Fabrizio. We appreciate you taking time out of your night to be here.
No problem. Take care, everybody.
All right, and we are set. We'll go ahead and go into our breakout rooms. Here we go. All right, everybody, I believe is back in the main room. And again, thank you for being here tonight, everyone. I know we have a lot of folks that are kind of committed Virtual Science Club members. And as a thank you for being here tonight, we're going to give away 2 of these. You can see it on the screen, but I have one right here too. Nanotechnology kit. There's something like 40 experiments you can do just with this kit alone, everything in this kit. So, all right. So, where are my? There they are. My names. Drum roll. Okay, first winner is Sophia Grace. Are you here? I think you are. I see your name.
Jason, yes, Sophia is here, but she can't unmute, so she always types with us.
Okay. Well, Sophia, congratulations, Sophia. I will reach out to you and we'll get a shipping address so we can get this kit to you, okay? I see a yay and a thank you. Awesome. Okay, and the second winner tonight is we have Landon Hawkins.
Hey, Landon.
Landon, are you here?
He was just here. There he is. Okay, so now, Landon, you don't have any reason not to come up with something.
Awesome, Landon. Well, thanks again for everyone. Landon, I'll contact you as well to get your shipping address, and we'll get these out to you guys soon. Thanks everyone for being here. That concludes our Virtual Science Club meeting tonight. And a reminder, we didn't announce until today, but we are continuing this through February. So the next meeting will be February 2nd, 7:00 p.m., same time. And we'll be discussing your quad chart and registering so you can start getting ready to go for the science fair.